Hey everyone, welcome back to CardCollex. I'm Nathan, and today we're talking about two of my favorite things, Ken Griffey Jr. and Topps Chrome Refractors. I think this is an awesome money-making opportunity to get in on these early. There are huge price gaps between basketball and baseball when it comes to Topps Chrome Refractors, and I think that will carry over. So I think it's important to take this time and do a deep dive into Ken Griffey Jr. Refractors. All right, everyone, today we are going to be going through Ken Griffey Jr. Topps Chrome Refractors. We're not going to hit all of them, but we're going to hit all of the Mariners Topps Chrome Refractors, all right? We're also going to be going through recent eBay sales and going through PSA population reports, as well as doing some comparison between baseball, basketball, and football when it comes to Topps Chrome Refractors. Now, I know these are not apples to apples comparisons, but they do give us an idea because people are transferring through sports. There are people that collect all sports, or they maybe always collected basketball, but now they're moving to baseball and football, or vice versa. There are a lot of interesting things to take into account here, and I do think that Topps Chrome Refractors are an iconic brand, an iconic card, and that in the long term, we're getting more and more young people coming into the hobby. We're getting a lot more people alongside the people that were already big fans of Topps Chrome Refractors. So I think this is a really important video to make right now, and I'm excited to bring it to you. So without further ado, let's get into this. All right, everybody, starting us off is the 2010 Topps Chrome Refractor Ken Griffey Jr. This is his last Topps Chrome Refractor from his playing days, his last year in the league. This is just an awesome card with that Topps Chrome Refractor finish. This one here is for sale at a buy it now of $17.99. So super cheap for a pretty rare card. We can see some other ones in here. This one's starting out at $1.99. There are purple, blue, red, black, and X-Fractor versions of these, as well as when we get over here to PSA, let's see, also an orange. So blue, orange, purple, red, the regular refractor and the X-Fractor. Now, this is later in his playing career. These were not submitted to PSA probably in really big numbers. Right now we've got 9 PSA 10s and 14 9s. I would expect that in the future there will be many more than just 9 10s. But for right now, this is what it is, and the number will never be super high. Even in 2010, Topps Chrome Refractors were not being made in the quantities that they are today. And so this will always be a pretty low pop card of one of the best players of all time. And one thing to note whenever you're looking at these is you can't always tell whether the card's a refractor or not. Depending on how they have it angled towards the light, you might not see that refractor finish. But on the back of all refractors, going back to at least 1997, it will say refractor next to the number. I think in 1996, which is the first year of Topps Chrome Refractors, they may have had an R on the card that stood for refractor, but 1997 and up, they've had the actual word wrote out refractor next to the card number somewhere. Here we have the 2009 Topps Chrome Refractor, the last of these later years with the Mariners. These cards are becoming harder to find on eBay, and I'll show you that here in just a second. But another awesome design with that refractor finish. This, I had to find a sold item to get you all a good picture to go off of for the 2009 refractor. But if we go back, you'll see there's been several sold, and these were more plentiful at least a month or two ago than they are right now. But you can see these are going for $20 to $30. Here's a blue that went for $30. So the X-Fractors, the blues, the lower population parallels even are going for a pretty low price for these later Ken Griffey Jr. Topps Chrome Refractors. But if we take it off of sold listings, there are only 2 available right now. One's an X-Fractor at auction starting at $160. One's a blue for a buy it now of $349. I don't expect any of these to sell anytime soon. Those seem like really high prices, even for really good condition versions of this year. But you never know. I do expect these cards to go up in value quite a bit, and fairly soon. That's just my prediction. Don't put too much weight towards that, but I do see this becoming an ever more iconic card. And over here at PSA, we go down here, there are no PSA 10 2009 Topps Chrome Refractors, 0, 3 9s, and 1 8. There are 5 X-Fractors, so it's not like there's none out there. Again, these later year cards are just now getting to the point to where they're worth submitting. I mean, a couple years ago, you could have picked these up for probably $1 or $2. So you will see some PSA 10 grades on these cards, but I think this is the time to get in now when you can get them for still really cheap. And if they are in great condition, then go ahead and send them in and get them graded. All right, going all the way back from 2009, going back 10 years to 1999, here is the 1999 Topps Chrome Refractor Ken Griffey Jr. Interesting thing about this card, these are very hard to find. This card sells for a lot more than that 2009 card. There was, in 2015, a Topps Chrome Gold Factory set that was produced with a reprint of this card. And so if you search for 1999 Topps Chrome Refractor Ken Griffey Jr., you will mostly find that reprint. This card is pretty rare. It sells for about $400, $450 in raw form. And so finding it is not easy, and most of your eBay listings are going to be that gold version. Again, they're easy to tell the difference. The picture looks the same, but it's a gold bordered version, and that's from the 2015 factory set. That card actually has pretty good value as a reprint, but we're talking about this original Topps Chrome 1999 Ken Griffey Jr. Refractor. Just another awesome card, and now that we're back into the 90s, we're going to see a lot more high dollar cards in here. So this card sold as a best offer, asking $450 originally. Here's another one, a raw version that sold for $388. That was on February 28th. Okay, so here we are on PSA's website. We're on the population report. There are a few cards from that set with Ken Griffey Jr. in them, but card 100 is the base card, and as of right now, there's only one PSA 10. So I think these cards have been worth submitting for a while. I do think that population will go up. I don't know how much. I wouldn't expect it to ever get above 100. Topps Chrome Refractors were just rare, a much more rare pull at that point in time than what they are today. All right, here we have a 1998 Topps Chrome Ken Griffey Jr. Refractor. And this is a good example of how you can't always tell that it has a refractor finish, but this is the refractor. A good condition one here, but prices keep going up on these. Here you see the refractor marker down next to the card number here. Prices do keep going up, but we are going to compare them to a Michael Jordan and a Brett Favre. Football is probably another area where there is some growth to be made. We are talking about Ken Griffey Jr. here, though. This card in a raw form went for a sold for a best offer with an original listing of $12.99. The card did sell for $1,000 even. Best buy it now price of $12.99, sold at best offer for $1,000. Over at PSA, that card is a population 12 in a PSA 10, and the PSA 10s are over $3,000 now. The PSA 9, it's a population 16. Seems like that is a little more highly produced card than the 1999, but that's just a guess based on what I see from sales numbers and population count. All right, here we have the 1997 Topps Ken Griffey Jr. refractor. And we've got a sale here, pretty off-center, right to left. But beautiful, another beautiful card. Again, on the back here, we see the refractor logo, which is kind of hard to see. But if we zoom in here, it's in small print right here. So this is the first year that they actually spelled it out. But the first Topps Chrome Refractors were produced in 1996, so this is the second year. And then they started making it easier to read, but it is right along the top here. This card sold for $425. Again, a rare card, hard to find. Here's one that sold that had a buy it now of $3,000. It sold for $1,000. So that one's probably in better condition. Looks like the centering, I can tell just right off the bat, is better. I see some going for around $1,000. I see some going for less. Yeah, this one went for $307. Now again, this one has some centering issues, but overall pretty good card. I think if you can get these for under $500, you're doing pretty well, really. Now, when we look at the pop report for this 1997 Topps Chrome, there's only one PSA 10 of this 1997 Topps Chrome Refractors. There's 22 9s and 10 8s. So again, I don't expect this PSA 10 population to go up that much. There is still unopened product out there for 97 and 98 Topps Chrome. So there is a potential of somebody pulling a card that's a PSA 10, but most of these cards that have been in circulation for a while are not going to grade a 10. So I don't ever expect this number getting really high. And across the board, there just aren't ever, like there weren't that many of these cards produced. There just aren't ever going to be a lot out there. One of the reasons I think these are a great opportunity right now. Here we have the Michael Jordan 97 Topps Chrome Refractor. So just the base card, the raw card, sold on March 22nd for $2,000. A PSA 9 on March 24th sold for $4,000. So I can only imagine what the PSA 10 sells for. Actually, I can do better than imagine, because if we head over to PSA's website, if we look up 97 Topps Chrome basketball, and we go over here to APR, those are auction sold listings. We put in Michael Jordan in the search bar. Here's the Michael Jordan refractor, number 123. Here we have the PSA 9 that sold on March 22nd for $4,051. If we click in PSA 10s, the last PSA 10 that sold was on July 1st of last year for $5,400. So it's been 9 months since a PSA 10 sold. I'm guessing it would sell for much more than that $5,400, since we have a PSA 9 here that's selling for $4,000. All right, and we've got our Griffey 97 Griffey coming in somewhere between $500 and $1,000 raw, and a little over probably $3,000 in a PSA 10. No, actually the Griffey would probably go for a lot more than that, since there are only one PSA 10. The Jordan has been more valuable for quite a long time. So there are actually 61 PSA 10 Michael Jordans and 139 PSA 9s. So there are many, many more Michael Jordans that have been graded than the one PSA 10 Ken Griffey Jr. and the 22 PSA 9s. Now when it comes to football, we've got a 96 Topps Chrome Brett Favre refractor that's sold for $200 here. So you can pick up some football refractors cheap if you think that these Topps Chrome refractors as a whole are going to gain collectability and gain value over time. Right now, I think that's pretty cheap. This card, again, is very off-center, right to left, but $200 for a low population card of one of the best quarterbacks ever, it's a pretty good deal. And just for good measure, let's look at the population of that Brett Favre card. The 1996 Topps Chrome there are 4 PSA 10s of the refractor and 9 PSA 9s. So if you think the value is there, might be a good investment. Brett Favre will never not be one of the best quarterbacks of all time. Hey everyone, there's a super easy, completely free way that you can support the CardCollex channel. If you go down to the description of any of my videos and click on the eBay link, it will take you to the eBay landing page. From there, if you click on the star on your browser and add it to the bookmarks toolbar, then each time you go to that bookmark and shop on eBay, you'll be supporting the CardCollex channel and helping me to make great videos about sports cards. All right, guys, and to round things out, here is the 1996 Ken Griffey Jr. Topps Chrome Refractor. First year Topps Chrome, first year Topps Chrome Refractor, Ken Griffey Jr. This is what you would be looking for. All right, and like I said, they don't have the word refractor wrote out on the back of this card. There is this small letter R over here underneath the player's logo. So I'm not sure if that is for refractor, but it does not have it wrote out. So you just got to look at the finish, at the reflection, the refractorization. This card sold for $660 on March 17th. Raw, one sold on February 21st for $700 with some surface scratches. A PSA 9 sold on February 9th for $1,651. And on March 1st, three weeks later, a PSA 9 sold for $2,400. So as you can see, what I've noticed is, at least in these early year Ken Griffey Jr. Topps Chrome Refractors, in the last 3 months, they have seen significant increases. They are very hard to find. These are the only 4 sold listings within the last 3 months on eBay of the base card, and population is a part of that. There aren't very many out there. They're hard to find. So let's look at the population on this card. So for this card, the 1996 Topps Chrome Refractor, we're looking at, this is card number 70. That's the base card. We're looking at 10 PSA 10s and 24 PSA 9s. I think the base card, the non-refractor Topps Chrome, is also a good card to go after. 13 10s and 19 9s on that card, as well as number 90 is the Star Power subset. So that would be this card right here. That has a base version and a refractor. This refractor in a BGS 9 with 9.5 corners and edges, 8.5 centering, went for $635. That card only has 1 PSA 10, 10 9s, and 8 10s and 7 9s for the base version of that card. All of these, I think, are great buys right now. That said, when I say they're great buys right now, it's not that they're cheap, they're market value. In my opinion, they're great buys based on where I think the market will go. So again, do your own research, figure out what you think and where you want to spend your money. But as far as my money, I feel like these are one of the best investments I can make right now. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. I really appreciate you being here. If you gained some value from this video, then please like and subscribe. And please come back and visit me again at CardCollex.